Most people in life are looking at how do I make life worth living and return worth having. They're not thinking about their lives when they drive by someone in poverty at all. They're thinking about what can I do to hit a person's life. You see, yesterday was Sunday, the day of the Lord's Day, allegedly in America the Sabbath. Even though technically it's not really the Sabbath of the original date and time, but it is how we celebrate Christian life and other religious rights and other, I don't want to say dictatorships, but what I mean is denominations. And I'm making a bit of a funny. But the truth is that I walked throughout the community doing my normal thing, talking to people about homeless initiatives, making phone calls, trying to connect with someone, and literally did my best to present my program from the point of homelessness. I didn't say much about the retail establishments because the truth is most of their employees are just above the poverty line, unless of course they have a spouse so that they have a two-income family, and therefore they don't feel the pain of living at that level as much as a single individual. What's always amazing to me is how generous young people are, and yet how outrageous white men can be. It's always a white man that wants to call on someone who's homeless, as if a person is not allowed to sit down and rest, or if a person is not allowed to sit down and work in the outdoors to enjoy the beauty of the fresh air, as if a person is not allowed to sit down outside a shop he shops at regularly almost every single day. Whether his purchase is $100 or whether his purchase is a mere 26 cents, it should not matter to that company, because today's 26-cent purchaser and consumer could be tomorrow's $1,000 purchaser. You see, it's not about what we do in life. It's about loyalty we need for our companies to survive this downturn of the economy. Most people may be still shopping. They're definitely still going out to eat. There's a local Applebee's that put a tent out, and they seem pretty well full in the evenings, and that was wise. Whereas next door, another restaurant is not really doing the same thing, and it's hard to tell if they have the same volume of business traffic as they once did. Now, people who love the food will most certainly purchase and continue to carry out as if they did it before. But loving kindness seems to be for the young, at least amongst whites. What I have learned in my marketing statistical analysis of my situation of being homeless and trying to work on a homeless initiative and launching a startup, taking it through the marketing phase and establishing what is the best language and what is the best opportunity and how can we best serve other people. There's always some vile white older person who's in their 40s, typically a male or a female, who thinks they have rights to a total stranger's life. It's the complete, utter lie they tell themselves, that they have the right to comment on a total stranger's life, that they have the right to produce a police report, they have the right to pretend that someone's solicited, they have the right to lie, steal, and cheat a person out of the safety of their life. The lie they tell themselves is that they have rights. They don't have the right to do that, because if we did that to them, they'd be pretty upset. They'd be so upset they'd probably be ready to sue someone. The problem is there are no pro bono attorneys for the homeless. It's not true that they don't work with us the way they should. They immediately assume that there's mental illness. There's no mental illness when you have people attacking your life in the middle of the night, stealing your property, getting in your papers, ruining them, ripping them, tearing apart your Bible, tearing apart your Quran, and playing around as if they are God in your life. The sinners of the land actually come from the Christian right. They lie, they steal, and they cheat people out of their lives. They lie in religion, they rely in everything else, and they literally lie about their rights in other people's lives. Each person that does it deserves to go to prison. Each person that does it deserves to go to jail. Each person that does these things is immoral in God's house. Because what does Jesus preach? Do no harm. Jesus is a purveyor of peace. Jesus is a perpetrator of peace. Jesus is a lesson giver, but Jesus gives the lessons, not you. In life, we have moments of time to prove who we are in the house of God, and the people that are threatening others and saying they practically hate someone and all this sort of crap that little immature girls and boys do over the age of 40 need to go home and take a nap. The truth is that's what we do with little children. Little children don't know where their rights begin and end. Little children pretend they have rights over total strangers. Little children try to belittle and humiliate people. Little children stalk, harass, haze, play games, and foolishly ruin lives.